Hi guys, welcome back today. So this is going to be a little bit different video. This is going to be a rant. This one's going to be a little bit complaining about Major League Baseball. As a collector, as a fan, it's just not about cards. I love going to the games. The Red Sox are in my area. As far as spring training, things of that go, I've got the Yankees. Everybody's not far. I've got a lot of teams around. I've grown up loving baseball. Not only that, collecting cards as a kid. I've been doing it forever. And I've got away from it because let's be honest. Sometimes you guys gave us shit players, some of the companies, and some of the ball teams were, 19 backup catchers, this, that, and the other. But, I kept all those silly ass cards, pardon my French. And then in the 90s, you guys went through a strike, and it about killed baseball. And I remember that. And you really haven't recovered. A lot of the old timers have not came back. And a lot of the industry I'm in, I'm not just a pro YouTuber. I have a real job, and I work around a very highly personal industry. And everybody talks. And man, the old timers, when baseball comes up, and I live in an older, and that's your market. That is your market, MLB. Don't get it wrong. And when they come, they're done with it. They were done with it since the 90s. The players wanted more money. They turned on the players. Now, I'm not going to point fingers. This time it's the owners. You don't like the Players Association's agreement. So you do a lockout. Now, this isn't a strike. People need to understand this. This is not a strike. This is a MLB owners lockout. Because, again, how big's the yacht got to be? I can't remember his name. He goes on the Pat McAfee show. Used to own the Miami Marlins, and he would come out and say these things, and he does. He's real apt about it. He don't own them no more. About how they would drive a player's value down just because his contract was coming up, and they would spread negativity about him in the locker room. Kind of sounds a lot like what's going on with an Antonio Brown situation, which he's earned his own bed, so it follows suit. But that sometimes people act erratically. I don't agree with him walking off a field, but again, this is baseball, not football. But pro sports do that. And the guy even says on the Dan something, I forget, he even says to Pat McAfee on the show, he says, yeah, I'm not ashamed of it, and I didn't come up with it. He's like, dude, that's baseball. It's been around since forever. So with that being said, now there's another lockout. Now, I know we're still we're a few months out from the season, but this is getting a little ridiculous, especially somebody who's a collector or YouTuber. I know you don't care about me. You'll lock your players out of the building. But I just want you to know, people have invested in you guys in a dying sport where things are going. I literally just bought this pack, and I'm going to open it, and I'm going to share it with everybody. I don't do a break. I don't collect money from other guys and then mail cards out. I don't do that. These are mine. I'm a collector. So with that being said, this pack, not super expensive. It was $40. This one was actually $400 because it's a first off the line, if you'll see. First off the line. So as soon as they came out, I waited. I had my clock set, and I bid, and I found it, and I got it. I invested my time, not just money, but my time to get these. And it's not about the cards. And then there's this one. You don't buy this at Target. This isn't at Walmart. You're not going to find this. Major League Baseball, you know that because you know what's in this box. This is where you find your $50,000, $100,000 card is in these. Stuff like this, the National Treasure, the big money boxes. So am I looking to get rich? No, I can go pull out boxes of these cardboard pieces of cards laid around. But I'm a collector. I love it, and I get a rush from it. But with that being said, and opening up a great card, and why? Maybe it's because I never did get a Griffey as a kid because I was always trying, everybody wanted that Griffey rookie. It's hard to find him. Today, we're in a beautiful world of collecting in sports. We have Amazon, eBay, all the manufacturers' websites. If you go to them, they'll release and sell to you straight to the public. A lot of people don't even know how the world works and how the card industry works anymore. Card shops are starting to become a thing of the past, and I don't wish that. My cousin was a card shop for 30, 40 years. He was in business, and I wish he was still there, and he's opening up. He's just changing his marketing. It's more online than in person, especially with the COVID, which, again, that's a story for another thing. Not against it by no means, but it's traded the hobby. So right now, baseball, MLB, you guys locking out is ignorant. It's ignorant. It's foolish. It's going to kill your sport because how many young fans, people that are still trying to come back around, because you haven't got the old timers back around. All the retirees I worked with, they said, you're all greedy, to hell with you. And they don't go to the games. You only have a few big markets, and you really do. New York, Boston, St. Louis, LA, and only one team in LA. I can't imagine the Angels after Ohtani, Trout. They can't even get into the playoffs. I don't know what's going on over there. They got all the players, just nobody can stay healthy, work together. But again, I'm on the complete other coast. I'm just a big baseball fan, and I'm afraid you're going to kill the sport, and I am. And this is it's just not fair to the rest of us that are baseball fans, because again, in our minds, just so you know how the fans are feeling, how big does your fucking yacht gotta be? How big's your yacht gotta be is how we're feeling. You know, you guys aren't just millionaires, you're billionaires. And I don't even know how these contracts are being paid out to baseball. And I get it. And if baseball players want more money, then you guys need to talk to them and maybe come up with different incentives. I don't know. I'm not an attorney. I'm not an association. I just hope you guys can get with the Players Association and get with MLB. Everybody come together and figure it out by the start of the season, because I want to see baseball. I love it in March when it's nice weather, going out and catch a game, especially here in spring training. So, and driving up, I'm pretty fortunate. I got the Rays down the road, so their tickets are pretty cheap. You get to watch world class teams come in, and they were a world class team. I shouldn't say the Rays aren't. That's very disrespectful to them. They made a good run in the playoffs and won their division. But again, I'm just saying, for the sport of baseball, let's not get too greedy, guys. Let's get it figured out. Seriously, you almost killed it. I think it was last year, year before, with the half a season winning, 2 years ago. That was ridiculous. Half a season because of COVID and all that. I get it. That was out of your control. But now this is about money, and that is in your control. And I'm just telling you, don't lose the sport of baseball globally, because the world's going to get frustrated with it too. A lot of people are locked down worse than we are, and they are looking forward to this. I shouldn't say people are looking. Yeah, they are looking forward to it. I will say that. That's exactly what we want. So I don't mean to rant today, but I am ranting, and that's not what this channel's about. Normally it's positive, having fun, opening all kinds of different stuff, cards, but just know baseball's always been very dear to me. And I've got a lot more cards than these, and I'm not just worried about these cards or if they're worth anything or if I'm going to get clicks and like. I'm worried about baseball not recovering from this, because this is real. You guys may not recover from that. That's not a threat. As a fan, I know if the season doesn't go through, I won't be back. I can tell you that much. If you guys don't go through and get this figured out, you guys aren't putting up the ratings you used to. You don't have the TV time you used to. I remember growing up, WGN, straight Cubs all across the country. Now it's Bally Sports, and I'm just telling you guys, it's not a threat, but if the league doesn't go off or we miss any time this season, and again, I have a fantasy baseball league. I'm the commissioner of it. I mean, I can show it to you through ESPN with my friends. This will be our ninth year, all together playing. And yeah, I mean, it's real. That's like, and now we're going to miss out on fantasy. We're going to miss out. As sports fans, it's just, you guys may not recover with it. I will start pushing my attention to other sports, because they are trying to be proactive. You don't hear them shutting down the NFL, NBA. Hockey's struggling, hockey. But the problem is they got teams in Canada. They got to go to a different country. You guys have teams in Canada. I get that. You got the Toronto Blue Jays. So, and I believe they didn't even have a facility last year, and they still played great baseball. They had to work out of Buffalo's facility, if I recall, their minor league team. Yeah. And I know it's a little tough, but this isn't COVID this year. This is money. They're struggling with COVID. The other leagues are struggling with the Omicron and the COVID. You guys are struggling with an agreement to get along and get money right. And that's a problem. That's a difference for the fans, especially for someone like me who works hard. This YouTube stuff, this is just a gift. This is just a blessing and a side hobby. I make no money from this, and that's none of anybody's information or business. But this is, I do it because I love it. And I want to share it, what's going on with everybody. And all these cards and talk sports and friends into it. And I've had great positive responses from it. But Major League Baseball, this is a PSA to you guys. Get it together. You lose the season, and I'm going to be out as a fan. And I think probably a lot of guys in my fantasy baseball league will be out too, because we're not going to understand this. Why other leagues are suffering from health issues and shutting down. You guys are fighting over money. And I know money isn't it all, but players associations too. You guys figure it out as well. I know it's the owners right now blaming you, not agreeing, but come to an agreement, man. Let's get it open, and let's open these stadiums back up as well. And let's Let's go. Let's go. Let's play baseball. Let's get these silly nets down too. People, get off your phones. Get off your damn phones. You're at a baseball game. This thing may come out your face at 120 miles an hour. A rocket shot. And you can be in the outfield. You can be in the back. You can be way back there. That ball. Be ready. Heads up. You know, you came to a game to watch the game. And you know what? And everybody that's got a ticket that brings a non-baseball fan to the game, leave their ass at home. That's more sitting room for the rest of us in there. You know, I'm sorry, I'm not worried about the MLB's money, but they ain't worried about it either. They're all arguing over it, who gets how many pennies and whatnot. The beers are $13. The hot dogs are $9. Come on, guys, you can buy for $9. I can buy a loaf of bread and 2 packs of hot dogs. Are you kidding me? But we pay it because we're fans and we love it. And I go there, I bring a pocket full of money just to be ready to watch the game. It's an American pastime. Get your beer, get your soda, get your popcorn, not popcorn, your peanuts, your hot dog, and you watch the game. You cheer on your players. You know, you watch what's really going on. It's a beautiful game. I'm not saying everybody should do it, but for the little bit of fans that are left in baseball, don't fuck this up for the rest of us. Pardon my French. I know that's too many F words, but don't screw this up for the rest of us. We want to go to the games. We want to be there. So please, guys, get it together. I've ranted long enough. That's a 10 minutes worth of complaints. But again, I'm not opening any of these cards. I'm back on the complaint. I ain't opening none of it till baseball figures this out. They'll sit in my closet. Tell my grandkids that's a pastime. What's that? Oh, it used to be the sport called baseball. It's one of the greatest sports on the planet. But it's dead now because they fought over money, like all great things. Or I think the Korean leagues are still there. I'll start cheering for them more. But MLB needs to get it together. So end of rant. Let's come together like butt cheeks and figure this shit out. So bad analogy, right? Anyways, let's figure it out, MLB. Guys, hit the like and subscribe. I don't mean to keep on ranting. If you want me to keep ranting, let me know. But MLB, let's get the league.